Zendaya just gave fans one of her most charming and revealing interviews yet while promoting her new film The Drama, and honestly, there was a lot more packed into this conversation than people expected. During her appearance, she walked out to huge applause as the host joked that, like Elmo, Elvis, and Oprah, she's one of those rare stars who only needs one name. Right away, the energy was playful, especially as he pointed out how risky her dress looked, joking that it seemed dangerous just to walk in. Zendaya laughed it off, setting the tone for what turned into a funny, candid, and surprisingly revealing chat. One of the first things they talked about was the Oscars, where Zendaya had appeared the night before alongside Robert Pattinson as a surprise presenter for Best Director. According to her, nobody knew they were coming, which made the moment even more exciting. But the conversation quickly turned hilarious when the host brought up Robert Pattinson's long-running reputation for making things up in interviews. He joked that Pattinson is basically a liar, not in a malicious way, but in the sense that he often invents stories on the spot just because he has nothing else to say. Zendaya admitted she had already encountered that side of him herself. In fact, she said one of the very first things he told her while they were preparing for the drama was that he used to be a pathological liar. And from there, she was completely thrown off. Because how are you supposed to know if a self-proclaimed liar is telling the truth? Zendaya said Pattinson laughs through everything he says, whether he's joking or being serious, so she never quite knows when to believe him. That led into a bigger conversation about how much time the two of them have actually spent working together lately. Zendaya revealed that before this recent run, they had never worked together at all. But now, suddenly, they've done 3 films together in the same year: The Drama, Dune, and The Odyssey. She made it sound like a pretty surreal experience, especially considering how unexpected that creative pairing would have seemed just a short time ago. And then she shared something even more surprising. She had actually never watched Twilight until right before filming The Drama. She said she felt like she needed to do a little research, so that became her introduction to Robert Pattinson on screen. The host seemed genuinely shocked, because Zendaya feels like exactly the kind of person who would have been into Twilight all along. From there, the interview shifted into film talk, and this is where Zendaya's passion for cinema really came through. She said one of her all-time favorite movies is Interstellar, and not just casually either. She explained that she had actually done her high school final report on the film. Another favorite of hers is Prisoners, directed by Denis Villeneuve. What made that moment stand out is how sincerely grateful she sounded when talking about the fact that she now gets to work with filmmakers she deeply admired as a fan. She described Interstellar and Prisoners as the kind of movies she forces people to watch when they come over to her house. Even Tom Holland, she admitted, has had to sit through Interstellar again with her, even though he'd already seen it. Zendaya confidently insisted that she fully understands the movie too, joking that she's one of the few people who really does. Another funny moment came when the host brought up Zendaya's surprise appearance at a Las Vegas wedding chapel over the weekend. At first it sounded totally random, but Zendaya explained that it was actually part of a promotional event tied to the drama. Couples had signed up to get married at a special drama wedding chapel, but they didn't know she would be there. She got to surprise them in person, and thankfully, the couples were happy to see her instead of wondering why she had crashed their ceremony. Still, the host couldn't resist joking about whether a morning wedding in Las Vegas was a great sign for the couple's future. Zendaya laughed and said she hoped young love would pull through. Then the conversation moved into something fans have been obsessing over for months: the non-stop speculation surrounding her real-life relationship with Tom Holland. The host carefully brought up how the internet has gone wild with stories that the two may already be married, especially because of realistic AI-generated wedding photos circulating online. Zendaya said the fake images have fooled a lot of people, not just strangers on the internet, but even people in her real life. She described people coming up to her and complimenting her on her wedding photos, only for her to have to explain that they weren't real at all. She even admitted that some people close to her were upset, apparently thinking they hadn't been invited. That alone shows just how believable and invasive AI-generated celebrity content has become. But then came the moment that really got attention. Zendaya said she had brought a video with her to clear the confusion, and she made it clear that it had never been shared before. The audience was obviously intrigued. The video played, and what followed appeared to be real footage from a wedding-style moment involving Zendaya and Tom Holland. The host joked that it almost looked like someone had crudely pasted Tom's head over Robert Pattinson's body, but Zendaya insisted the footage was real. He even emphasized it again afterward, asking if it was definitely not AI, and Zendaya confirmed that it was real. That instantly gave the interview the feeling of a genuine scoop, because suddenly what began as a playful conversation about internet rumors turned into something much more personal and headline-worthy. The interview also gave viewers a better idea of what the drama actually is. While the title suggests one thing, Zendaya explained that the movie moves through several genres. She said it does have romantic comedy elements, but it's also deeply dramatic, and everyone seems to walk away from it with their own reaction, especially because of its major twist. She was extremely careful not to spoil anything, but she made it clear that the movie is the kind of story people will want to talk about afterward. The host agreed, saying he could easily imagine the film starting some uncomfortable conversations in people's real relationships. Zendaya didn't deny it. In fact, she said those conversations could go many different ways, which only made the movie sound even more intense. One of the most memorable parts of the interview, though, was when they started talking about the vomiting scenes in the movie. Yes, really. The host pointed out that there was a surprising amount of vomiting in the film, from both Zendaya and Robert Pattinson, and asked if that was something they specifically look for in a role. Zendaya laughed, then explained exactly how the effect worked. She said there's a tube connected to a pump, which feeds fake vomit into the actor's mouth. In her case, because her character had been drinking, the fake vomit was made from fruit juice mixed with something gelatin-like to make it look realistic. She explained that someone else controls when it comes out, so she and the special effects person had to coordinate carefully. She even had a signal worked out. When she raised her hand and made a sound, that was the cue to trigger the effect. The host joked that real vomiting doesn't work on cue like that, but Zendaya leaned into it, saying her job was to act like it did. It was gross, funny, and weirdly fascinating all at once. The conversation kept rolling with another unexpectedly funny story from filming in Boston. The host showed a clip from a local ABC affiliate where Zendaya and her mom had accidentally appeared in the background during a neighborhood news segment about holiday shopping on Newbury Street. Zendaya admitted she had just been out walking around with her mom when it happened, and said her mother would probably hate seeing herself on television like that. It was one of those random celebrity moments that goes viral just because it feels so ordinary. And then, toward the end, the host asked the question everyone knew was coming. Had Zendaya seen the new Spider-Man movie? She played it coy at first, saying she had seen a little something, then upgraded that to a good amount of something. She made it clear she felt very good about what she had seen, and spoke warmly about how important the Spider-Man films are to both her and Tom Holland. She said they essentially grew up making those movies and called it a huge privilege to be part of them. She also praised Tom directly, saying he cares deeply about the role and declaring that he's the best Spider-Man ever. She admitted she might be biased, but she said it anyway. When the host pushed for spoiler details, like how many villains appear in the new film, Zendaya refused to give anything away. Even when he jokingly asked whether she vomits in Spider-Man 2, she kept the mystery alive. By the end of the interview, Zendaya had done exactly what a great late-night guest is supposed to do. She promoted her film, dropped a few unexpected reveals, made the audience laugh, and gave fans just enough personal insight to keep everybody talking. Between the Robert Pattinson stories, the AI wedding photo confusion, the real Tom Holland footage, and the tease about Spider-Man, this wasn't just another routine press stop. It felt like one of those interviews people will keep clipping, reposting, and dissecting for days. The drama hits theaters April 3rd, and if Zendaya's own description is anything to go by, audiences are going to walk into it expecting one thing and leave talking about something much bigger. And when you step back and look at everything Zendaya shared in this interview, one thing becomes clear. She's at a point in her career where she's not just acting in major films, she's shaping the conversation around them. From her hilarious behind-the-scenes stories with Robert Pattinson to the chaos of AI rumors about her personal life, she handled every moment with confidence, humor, and just enough mystery to keep people guessing. But what really stands out is how intentional she is about her work. Whether she's talking about the emotional weight of the drama, her admiration for filmmakers like Nolan and Villeneuve, or her deep connection to the Spider-Man franchise, you can tell she's not just showing up, She's fully invested in every project she takes on. And maybe that's why this interview is getting so much attention. It wasn't just entertaining. It gave fans a rare glimpse into how she thinks, how she works, and how she balances a massive global spotlight with a very real, very human side. With the drama set to hit theaters April 3rd and a new Spider-Man on the horizon, Zendaya isn't slowing down anytime soon, and if this interview proved anything, it's that whatever she does next, people are going to be watching. And before we come to the end of this video, I just want to take a moment to say a very big thank you to all of you for watching. Your time truly means a lot. In a world where there are thousands of videos you could be watching right now, the fact that you chose to spend a few minutes here with me on Hajararama TV is something I truly appreciate. This channel continues to grow because of viewers like you. Every view, every comment, and every bit of support helps this community become stronger. And that's what makes creating these videos so rewarding. If you enjoyed this video, please take a quick moment to like the video, leave a comment below, and share it with your friends or anyone who might enjoy this content. Your interaction really helps the channel reach more people who love stories, entertainment, and updates just like you do. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, Hajararama TV, and turn on the notification bell so you'll always be among the first to know when a new video is uploaded. There are many more exciting videos coming your way very soon, and I would love for you to be part of this journey as the channel continues to grow. I also enjoy hearing your thoughts, so feel free to drop your opinions, ideas, or suggestions in the comments section. Your voice matters here, and your feedback helps make Hajararama TV even better. Once again, thank you so much for watching and for being part of this amazing community. Until next time, stay safe, stay informed, stay entertained, and keep watching Hajararama TV.